Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a quick Q&A. Last week on Instagram, I asked you guys to ask me some questions, things that you wanted to know about my lock journey, and you guys asked. So today I will be answering those questions for you. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. So first question, what do you retwist with? This is what I use if I do a self retwist, which I've only done once. Talia YG tight hold. Very simple. When my loctician does my hair, I honestly, sounds bad, but I honestly don't know what she uses. I just know that it's a natural product, or at least that's what I'm assuming. All right, so the next question is, do you think interlocking is better than palm rolling? Now, this is a question that I can't even really answer. I mean, it's not about if I think it's better, it's just more so what's your preference. So I guess the answer is no, interlocking is not better than palm rolling, but I don't think that palm rolling is better than interlocking for some people. I think that for me, I prefer to get my hair palm rolled because I started with, my hair a different way, and my locks are back combed, so they look a little bumpier, a little different. So I kind of like, the idea with palm rolling is that the palms will end up smoothing out the locks and making them more uniform. So I like that for my hair. And I didn't really have the best experience with interlocking. It just hurt my scalp a lot, and I just really didn't enjoy it. But I did do it for the first 9 months of the journey that I don't include. And that was just because that was before they were locks. They were 2-strand twists. So I don't know, maybe I should be including those 9 months when I talk about my lock journey, but at the current state of things, I don't. So moving right along, what made you get locks? What made me get locks on the surface is that I just wanted to go natural, and this was a comfortable way for me to go natural. Okay, so going deeper, what made me get locks is that I just started to feel like my exterior didn't really reflect what I felt on the inside. Like, I felt really authentic and real and, really in tune with my blackness and stuff like that. And just having my hair permed based on the reasons why I have my hair permed, because I'm not saying that, blackness is based on if you have a perm or not. But I'm just saying, for me, the way that I felt having my hair perm, the reasons why I was wearing a perm or a relaxer was not in tune with my mental, or just what I feel like the person that I am. I was just in a different place, and I just needed a change. I worn a perm since I was like 12 years old. Everybody always knew me to look one way, and I just got kind of sick of that, and I just wanted to connect back to my roots. How often do you retwist? So I was doing, going to the loctician every 4 weeks or every month, once a month. But lately I've been going about 5 to 6 weeks. And my plan is, as my locks get longer, I want to go as many weeks as possible. I probably won't do like a full 3 months, 4 months or something like that, because I feel like my hair type needs to have consistent training. But I do plan on just letting it go a little longer, just to give my roots time to actually grow and to just give them a break. So yeah. Speak to locks in the workplace. So I had someone DM me and say that she's considering getting sister locks, but she was told that if she got them, she would either A, probably lose her job that she currently has, or B, she'd have trouble getting another job, if she were to leave the current one that she has. So what I'll say is that everyone's case is different when it comes to having locks in the workplace. And I think it depends on your total look, right? Your total appearance. And I think it depends on certain things like your length of your hair. People with shorter locks, their hair tends to be a little more messier. People who don't really maintain their locks, there's different aspects that go into it. But I feel like if you keep them as neat as possible, try to look as professional as possible, that you will probably be okay with having them in the workplace. But I mean, there's always going to be a chance that someone's going to not like your hair, or, you know, someone higher up may not feel that it's work appropriate or professional. And in my experience, I work in a corporate job. I am a salaried employee, and I'm on a team with people who don't look like me. I'm the only black one, and I'm definitely the only person with locks. And so I'm really unique in that aspect. So I do at times feel very different from them, but that's a great thing. I don't think I've ever felt that this particular company and this particular team, I don't ever feel that they have looked at me a different way. But I mean, you do just feel like out of place, I guess. But that just also comes with just being a black person, not surrounded by, you know, many other black people. And I'm talking about just specifically in my field of work. I'm a business analyst. I work in the analytics department, and that's just what it is. I'm a one of one. So basically, thus far, my experience with locks in the workplace hasn't been a negative one. I have had a few comments from people, more so because they don't understand. They might say, when are you taking your hair down? Or, you know, what is that? Or are you planning on going back to what, you know, how your hair used to be? But I don't know. Everyone's experience is different. I think it sucks that as African Americans, we have to think so much about how we, you know, how we look, how we do our hair, because we feel like we might be discriminated against. And I think it's very unfortunate, and it's unfair. But at the same time, you should not allow something to dictate what you're going to do. And on the flip side to that, I do understand that everybody has to make a living, and the thought of losing your job is not something, you know, it's not, maybe it's just not worth it for you to go down that road. But I will say getting locks was the best decision for me. All right, so I spent enough time talking about that. How many locks do you have? So I have 139 locks. I started with maybe 140, 141, 42. And I have a few that have been combined so far. The one that's right here on my edge line, this is a combined lock. So yeah, I have 139 now. How did you start? Okay, so I started with 2-strand twists. My mom did this during Hurricane Irma here in Orlando, Florida. We were having a hurricane weekend, and we were all kind of shut in the house. And so she ended up doing the 2-strand twist for me, and I immediately started going to a loctician, not the same one I go to now, but I started going to a loctician who was aware of my situation, that I had still permed hair, and, you know, I had the 2-strand twist and whatever. She was aware of everything, and she was cool with helping me maintain my hair and get to, eventually, we had agreed that we would cut off the perm after a while. However, after 9 months of me getting those 2-strand twists interlocked, she told me that she could back comb my hair. And basically what that means, if you don't know, is they take a comb, and it's like a teasing method that they use to make the hairs lock, or to make them kind of matte. That's the word I'm looking for, to matte them up. So, and it forms what looks like an instant lock. I mean, so I can drop some pictures, and I have a lot of pictures on Instagram, but this is what these are the result of, you know, my hair texture. And because I had some perm hair at the time, that was how I chose to do it. And maybe had I done the back combing from day one, then, you know, my journey would be a complete, I guess I would say I've been in the game 2 years. But because of those 9 months that I lost of just interlocking 2-strand twists, I don't really count them, like I said before, but that's how I started. So 2-strand twists and back combing eventually. All right, just a couple more questions, guys. Bear with me. So, do you self-maintain? I have self-maintained one time, and that is one of my previous videos here on YouTube. So you should really check that out. It was a really strenuous process, but it was well worth it when I saw the results in the end. And I will probably alternate between self-maintenance and going to the salon as I see fit. What is the color on your ends? So this is supposed to be more of an ombre, but my hair's not very long, so I guess it looks like it's just the ends. But basically, this is Clairol's Intensive Red. It is a box dye. It's a permanent dye, although, you know, red dye will fade, you know, after a while. But it is a permanent dye. It's a box dye. So, yeah, Clairol's Intensive Red. Simple. Callie. All right, last question. What do you moisturize with? So, guys, I have a video on this that I just did. It's very straightforward and to the point. Not a lot of rambling or anything. You can check that out. Basically, what I'll say in a nutshell is just water and oil. I used to use a few other products, like maybe a few creams or butters, but I don't want product buildup, so I do not use any creams or anything like that. I will use, at the very most, a sheen spray or something, but at the very minimum, which is the norm, it's water and oil. So that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully I didn't ramble on too much and you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you were able to get your questions answered. If you have any further questions or want to know anything, feel free to leave a comment here. Feel free to go and follow me on Instagram and DM me, or, you know, comment on a picture, whatever whatever you need to do. Get in touch with me. Let's talk Locs. Let me know if you think I should be counting those first 9 months, because I mean, that was a commitment to get my hair interlocked every month. I was still only washing once a month. I was still doing the same thing I'm doing now, except they weren't really locks. And I guess because I didn't realize that was part of the process and part of the journey, I don't give myself credit for it. So I don't know, maybe I should. So let me know. But anyways, guys, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for subscribing. To all of my new subscribers, I see you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time. Tell them we out, baby. Tell them we out. She just want to lick me all in my face. Tell them we out, baby.